All right, this is Mathletics, grade 7, dice and coins. I think it's the 11th activity on the probability. So it says 2 dice are thrown. The sum, so the addition of their results is shown in the table. What is the probability of rolling a 12, total of 12? So what this chart means is that this is one dice, the options that it could be. And then this is another dice, the options it could be, right? They have 6 sides. So it could be a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or 6. So here, if this is a 1 and this one is a 1, so the 2 dice are rolled and they're both 1s, you find where 1 and 1 intersect and it would be 2. What if a 4, so 4 here and a 3 over here were rolled? We'll bring 3 over until it's right below 4, and 3 plus 4 is 7. So this is just a table that adds up the 2 dice what they would be. Okay, so what is a probability of rolling a total of 12? So exactly 12 it says here. So find the only place it has 12 is right here. It's only one of the options. So all 36 options are written out here. And you know there's some doubles and stuff, but 12, there's only one option. There's only one option out of 36. How did I know it's 36? Because 6 options times 6 options is 36. So in simplest form, can we simplify 1 any further? We can't, so it's just going to be submit. Sometimes it's going to be in simplest form. You need to be able to divide if you're able to divide by the same number, you need to simplify it. Here's another example. So it says here, 2 dice are thrown. What is the probability of rolling a sum greater than 11 or a double? So all the numbers that are greater than 11, not including 11, but greater than 11 will count. And all of the ones that are doubles, meaning the same number twice. So you'll notice these numbers in here are a little bit different. It didn't add them up. It said what the 2 numbers were. So the thing on the left is the first number. So if you rolled a 1 with the first dice, it's a 1. See how it's 1 always first here? Because this dice in this row is a 1. And then the second number is which column it's in. So this one is a 1 and a 1. Whereas way down here, the one to the left is the 3. And the one to the above is the 4. So that's why that's 3, 4. So looking here, which ones would have a sum greater than 11? Well, let's go to the one where it's the biggest numbers. 6 and 6 would be 12, so that's greater than 11. 5 and 6 is 11, so that's not greater than 11. 5 and 6 is 11, that's not greater. And as we keep going down, it's going to be less and less and less. So there's only one of those, that's the 11. And then let's count the doubles. Well, there's 1 and 1. There's 2 and 2. There's 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 5 and 5, and 6 and 6. So there's 6 that are doubles. However, this 6 and 6 has already been included here. So one way you could look at it is just count the doubles, and that's what it is. There's 6 of them, and realize that the 11, the one that's greater than 11, has already been counted. So don't count it twice. It's just 6 of them. So it's so essentially there's these little squares here. These are all squares. So make sure you are not counting one twice, even if it has the 2 different things. So it's 6 out of 36. But we know that both of those numbers can divide by 6. 36 divided by 6 is 6, and 6 divided by 6 is 1. So it's 1/6 in simplest form. Oops, I wanted to show this. I accidentally didn't press record. It's not just dice, it's also coins. So 1 coin is tossed twice. The sample space is shown. What is the probability of tossing 2 tails? So what this means is there's this coin here, both sides. There's the head side or the tail side. That's what the key tells us over here. And then at the top, there is either heads or tails with the second flip. So the first flip could be heads or it could be tails. Okay, so they write heads or tails. And then the second flip is the second thing. So it could have been heads, heads, tails, tails. So it says, so what's the probability of getting 2 tails? So look here, which of these squares has 2 T's in it? It's this one here. So one of them out of the 4 options that it could be, so it's 1/4. And then there's some that have both dice and coins. So see how the first one is heads because it's heads tail all the way across, and then it has whatever number is in the column. So it says here, a die and a coin are tossed. The sample space is shown. What is the probability of tossing a tail and rolling a 1? So it has to be tails and 1. Well, look here. Which one has tails in it? Well, it has to be in this row. And then 1 is here. So there's only one option that's tails and 1. So there's only one of those. And how many options are there? Well, 2 times 6 is 12. And if you count the squares, it'd be 12 squares. So it's 1/12 in simplest form. Yes, because 1 cannot be simplified further.